Who really needs to be important in this life, people? Is it us? Or is it the Lord Jesus? Who do we need to glorify and honor and make sure comes in first? Is it us? It's Him. That's why Jesus said, if you want to be first, you must be last. And to be great, you must be the servant of everyone. But now let me ask you this. Who is the person who is really acting out of fear? Wouldn't you say it's the person who is yelling, interrupting, always trying to be more important, always being critical, never admitting they're wrong, trying to glorify themselves, sometimes hitting, mocking, insisting on his own way, and having to have the last word? Is that person really a strong person, or are they inwardly really afraid? I think we know what's driving them now. And who is the person who operates out of true strength? Who is the person who is really great and has self-control? I'd say it's the person who can yield to Jesus in every one of those situations. It's the one who has ceased reacting strongly to others and who has discovered the fear and face it about what's really driving them. And that can only happen, people, when you follow Jesus, let the other person win, when you let them come in first. And in reality, you really do have to come in last if you want to be first. And you really do have to serve everyone if you want to be the greatest. And all I can say to you is this. We all have a choice this morning. We can choose to be last and let the other win. Or there's only one other alternative. You keep right on playing the game. And it never ends. It never ends. So what do we do with our own strong reaction behaviors? The answer is the same as it was last week, people. Get at the truth. Spend time in prayer with the Lord your God, because as you talk to Him out loud about them, you'll see them too. And then ask God in prayer to show you, what is it that I'm afraid of that makes it so hard that I feel like I have to win all the time, Lord? Show me. He'll show you. God will help you to see why it's so difficult, and then you'll begin to master. And how do we help other people with their strong reaction behaviors? Because keep in mind, we live in a world that's giving those off everywhere we go. We really do. How do we deal with those people? How do we cope with them? Remember our exercise. Whenever you see strong reactions, first of all, don't react. Try to identify the fear that's underneath them. And then if you really want to make things worse, tell them what they're afraid of. Huh, that's not where you go. I guarantee you what's going to work for you is this. If you can identify that same fear in yourself, and I've got to tell you, none of us has experienced any fear that everybody else hasn't gone through in its basic form. If you can just find a way to say, hey, you know, I can remember a time in my life when I felt like I wasn't smart enough to do or be something. And I had to learn that I didn't need to be smart enough. I just needed to work with other people. Then maybe they can start to see their own fear. And just to share a closing detail, that woman I told you about that was so difficult to work with, very intelligent, very intelligent. And I told her, you'd have made a great lawyer. She would have been brilliant. Just maybe someday, she can still discover her gift. But it'll never be discovered until first she finds that fear and identify it and get it out of the way. That's the gift you and I have to offer to everyone we meet, people. But we can only help set other people free from their fear when you and I learn what's driving us. So as you go out of this place this week, anytime you catch yourself starting to react strongly, and we all do it, catch yourself and say, Lord, why am I doing this? Can you show me what I'm afraid of? Stop, follow Jesus, he'll show you. And once you master yours, you will be ready to help set other people free too. Let's turn in our hymnals now to hymn number 681, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Hymn number 681.